Okay, I kind of look like a hot mess right now because we just got back from the Children's Museum all morning. I'm gonna move my camera here. And I was chasing around my toddler for the last 2.5 hours, but here we are. Welcome back to my channel. This is my 14-week update with pregnancy number 2. So if you are new to my channel, I have one 2-year-old little girl. Her name is Charlotte, and I am pregnant with my second. And exciting news, it's a girl. Woo, 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 woo. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have already seen that we are having another little girl. We are so thrilled. I thought for sure it was a boy this time. My nausea, my exhaustion has been like so much more heightened with this baby than with my pregnancy for Charlotte. And so it was just so different. I thought for sure it was a boy, but I was wrong completely. Mother's intuition was just like out the window on that one. And we are having another girl, and I secretly couldn't be more thrilled. I think it would be amazing to have a little boy, but quite honestly, I love being a mom of a little girl, and I don't know what I would do with a boy. Like I don't know. I can't see myself being a mom of a little boy. I would be like totally out of my element. So we're really excited it's a little girl. My husband is actually thrilled it's a girl. He originally wanted another little girl. He loves having a daughter, and I think he's just like meant to be a girl mom. So he's really excited too. But that's our exciting news for this week. But I wanted to give you an update on just kind of how I've been feeling. I have some new pictures of the baby. We went to the doctor last week, so we got some really cool pictures, and just kind of overall how things have been going this last week. To be honest, not a lot has changed from last week in terms of my symptoms. I did get another bout of nausea this week, which was really annoying because it was just in time for Christmas and Christmas Eve. I was nauseous like all day on Christmas Eve and all day on Christmas Day and the day after, and it was just like absolutely horrible. I thought that I had gotten out of the nausea phase. It kind of faded away around week 11, and week 12 I was feeling really good, and then going into week 13 it just like hit me like a ton of bricks. So I'm feeling a little bit better now. I'm hoping that that was the last of it. It was just kind of like the last hurrah of feeling sick and crappy. But yeah, that was not very fun. And I also have still been feeling really tired. I have taken this time, I've had from this past Monday before Christmas all the way until this coming Thursday, I have off from work. So I've definitely been taking this time to nap as much as I can and just kind of fill back up on rest before I go back to work, because I have just been exhausted. So I've literally taken a nap every single day that I've been off. I usually just nap when Charlotte's napping, or I'll have my husband like take her to the park or something so that I can get a couple hours of sleep. And I think it's really been helping. So I feel a lot better on that front, just kind of taking it moment by moment, not trying to overexert myself or anything. Let's see, in terms of other symptoms, so here's the biggest symptom, and it was really annoying this last week, but I have been so constipated. I think it was literally like 5 or 6 days that I went without going, and it was just horrible. And I didn't even like acknowledge that it was happening the first couple of days. And then this last weekend, my husband and I did a little staycation right down the street from our house. Charlotte stayed with my mom, and we just spent the night at the Arizona Biltmore Resort, just one night overnight. And the day that we got there on Saturday, all day and all night long, my stomach felt so huge and so distended, and it was really uncomfortable. Like if you've been pregnant before, once you get to the end of your second trimester, going into your third trimester, your stomach skin starts to feel really uncomfortable because it's stretching so much, and like your stomach is getting really big at that point. And that's honestly what it felt like. It was like the weirdest thing. I was telling my husband, I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do when I'm 35 weeks pregnant if this is already happening now, because it was just so uncomfortable. It was like every time I would get up from sitting down, I was having to like stretch my belly out and like rub it like I was seriously 30 weeks pregnant, and I was 13 and a half weeks pregnant. So I think it was just from the constipation, unfortunately. The good news is things are starting to happen down there, so I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm not having that horrible sensation anymore, at least right now, and that's, you know, doing well. I have been really, really thirsty, so just like constantly wanting to drink water, but then a lot of times water makes me feel more nauseous, so if I like take in like a couple sips of water, it'll start to make me feel really sick. So I've been switching off between water and like a ginger ale or diet ginger ale. I feel like the bubbles help my stomach a little bit. So just been really thirsty. I think I mentioned this in the last video, but everything has been super dry. My lips are really dry, my skin, my hair, my nails, like everything is just really, really dry. And I think a lot of that has to do with, you know, how much water I'm wanting to drink. I just feel like my body can't get enough. But let's see, what other symptoms do I have? Oh, so here's a really big one. This wasn't really a pregnancy symptom, but on Monday of this last week, so the Monday before Christmas, I threw my back out. I actually didn't mention this, but in the last video, while I was filming it, my back was like thrown out. Like the most that I could move my body was like this way and this way. Like I couldn't move anything. And it was so weird. I had felt it kind of going out the day before. I had picked Charlotte up kind of weird and I was like, ooh, that doesn't feel good. And then on Monday morning, we were going to the grocery store, and on the way back, just sitting in the car in the seat, it just like totally went out, and I didn't even know how I was going to get Charlotte out of her car seat. It was that bad. Like I just could not move. So this entire last week, I've just been kind of recovering from that. It was really bad Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then it started getting a little bit better on Thursday. Friday it was better. By Saturday I felt pretty normal. I have like back issues anyway, but I think with just like the added like strain, added weight, plus picking up Charlotte and doing all of that stuff, staying super active with her, I think it was just a little bit too much on my body. So I took the week off of exercise. I finally just went back to the gym yesterday and did a little bit of cardio there, but yeah, it was really annoying. So I guess word to the wise, if you have a toddler and you're pregnant again, just be really careful with how you're picking up your kid. Like, the doctors will tell you that you shouldn't pick them up. Obviously, I think that's really stupid. Like, there's no way I would be able to go through life without picking Charlotte up. She wants to be picked up all the time. But just be really careful. Like, use, you know, like proper body mechanics. Like, if you're gonna pick them up, squat down to pick them up and use your legs instead of using your back and your arms. So, I mean, that's a note to myself that I'm gonna be a little bit more mindful of moving forward. But I think that's pretty much it for my symptoms. So I have these really awesome pictures I will show you guys. So that's one, that's her little hand right there. She was like waving at the camera, super cute. And then this was the second one. So that's her head. She's got her little belly, her feet down there. It was so cool. She like looks so different from the last time we went in. The last time we went, she just looked like she was like a Mexican jumping bean. And this time she actually looks like a little baby, and she's got, I mean, she has 5 fingers on at least one of her hands, so that's good news. And yeah, so we're really excited. We are getting our 20-week anatomy scan scheduled as well. I mean, it's not technically that soon. It's like 5 or 6 weeks away, but it's just crazy that we're already like getting that scheduled, and that's kind of the next thing on our agenda. So obviously I will take you guys along for that. I'll walk you through everything that we find out at that anatomy scan, but that's a ways away. So in the meantime, I will show you guys my bump. It is definitely getting bigger and it's getting a lot rounder, which is good. Before it just looked like I had like a weird bulge, but I will show you what my bump looks like. Okay, so here is my bump from the side, front. These pants, by the way, are not maternity. These are the Spanx faux leather leggings, but they are amazing, like early pregnancy pants. They are just like stretching with me. It's so awesome. So again, from the side, getting a little bit bigger, from the front and the side. So she's getting there. She's getting bigger. I will link these pants down below. I mean, I'm sure everyone already has a pair of these, but if you don't, I highly, highly recommend them. If you're pregnant or not, they are just like fantastic. They suck your legs in, like, loving it. And then this shirt is another from Pink Blush. So I promise I'm going to do a maternity clothing haul at some point. I'm just waiting until I get a little bit bigger and they actually fit me. But this is a super comfortable shirt. I'll link it down below if you guys are interested. But that is it. So that was a short and sweet update on how I've been feeling. I will be back next week with my 15-week update. Oh, don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and please give this video a thumbs up if you liked this content. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Bye.